I got home earlier than I expected today. Where are you, Amy? Are you out?
Hey, Jason. I'm just visiting my father's grave. I'll be home soon.
You went to visit his grave again? Aren't you going there too often?
When I have time, I end up coming here.
It's been a year since your father passed away. You don't have to visit his grave that often.
But I feel bad for Dad.
About what?
They had just found a cure for Dad's incurable disease, but I couldn't afford to give him the treatment. If he had been able to get the treatment, he might still be alive today. I felt regret because I didn't do everything I could have done.
Can't change the past. Our business wasn't doing well until last year. We couldn't afford to pay for the treatment. The treatment was very expensive.
It was a treatment that could only be received overseas.
Insurance won't cover it if it's overseas. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't afford the treatment. It's just one of those things that can't be helped. Don't blame yourself for so long.
I only had Dad in my family. Dad worked from morning till night to raise me. I was weak, and I think it was really hard for him to raise me. I couldn't do anything to give Dad any filial piety. I know I didn't have a choice, but I just can't help it.
Even so, I'm sure your father would be happy. His daughter loved him so much. I think it would be good filial piety for you to stay cheerful and energetic, don't you?
I don't know if that's enough. I haven't done anything for Dad.
I think that's enough. Even if you had to push yourself at the time to make the money for the treatment, I'm sure we would have ended in bankruptcy and our lives would have been over. Even if you had gotten better, that wouldn't have made your father happy.
Well, maybe you might be right, I guess.
Right? And I'm sure your father would understand that. It must be sad for him to know that you haven't gotten over it. I'm sure if I were your father, I'd feel the same way.
You're right. There's no point in having regrets.
Let's move forward. We did everything we could. Your father would be proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try to reduce visits to his grave from now on. I'm sorry I made you worry.
You lost your father. It's normal to be sad. But I don't like you being sad all the time either. It makes me sad too. Just take a little bit of time to be positive.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've already grieved enough, and I'll try to change my mind. I've got to make sure my dad in heaven doesn't worry about me.
Yes. If you have a positive attitude, you'll be happy. What your father wants most of all is for you to be happy.
Good job today. Isn't it pretty hot in Kyushu? Have you arrived at the hotel yet?
I just got to the hotel. I'm really tired. It's spring, but it feels like summer.
It was hot here today too. I think it was about 77 degrees.
It's hot everywhere now, even in spring. You know what? The ocean is so beautiful here. The water's so clear. I guess Okinawa isn't the only place where the sea is beautiful.
Wow, that's nice. I guess I should have gone with you. I bet the cherry blossoms are already in full bloom over there.
Hey, I'm on a business trip. I'm not here for fun. Besides, it would have cost us extra money if we had both come.
Why don't we just make an expense? We're self-employed.
What are you talking about? It's a waste of money. There's no need for both of us to come. Besides, you're in charge of administration and accounting, so you should do your job well there.
I'm doing all right, but I love to go on a business trip once in a while too. It's boring to stay home all the time.
Then maybe we'll take a trip when the business settles down. We haven't gone somewhere together for a while.
Really?
Our business is on the right track. It's okay to splurge once in a while.
That's great! I want to go. I'd love to go overseas, or to Okinawa.
That would cost us too much money.
No!
If it's the low season for airplane tickets, Okinawa would be fine. Well, think about where you want to go. It's a little early, but I'm tired today, so I'm going to bed.
Oh, wait! I just got a call from the IRS.
What? Why?
They said they found past undeclared income. They wanted to check back about 3 years ago, so I need to see the paperwork. It's on your computer, right? Let me take a look.
Why my computer? You have our accounting data on yours, don't you?
You know I had to replace my computer last year because it crashed. I didn't have backup of the data from 2 years ago. Once the paperwork was done, I sent you a database copy of the paperwork as well, right? Well, you have the data on the documents, don't you?
Well, I guess.
So I'm going to check your computer. Can you give me your password?
Can't you just wait until I get back?
I need to take care of the tax stuff as soon as possible. The IRS will be angry.
Why would there be any undeclared... Ugh, you better take care of it.
I'm only human, so I make mistakes. Besides, it's not a big amount to be undeclared.
Ugh. The IRS shouldn't be contacting us every time we do something like that.
That's their job. If you don't like these things, just hire a tax attorney. I've suggested this many times before, haven't I? You're trying to cut down the expenses and making me do all the paperwork.
Okay. Password is 0818.
What's this number?
It's my favorite baseball player's birthday. Doesn't matter, right?
It's open. Thank you. Okay, well, I'll take a look.
You see a file in the documents named Accounting Relations? There's a file in it named Tax Declaration. I've organized them by years, so you can find them from there.
Okay.
Don't open any other files.
Why? Are you looking at weird things?
No, I'm not. Do you think I watch those things on my work computer? I mean, don't look at it because it has personal information about clients and customers.
I'm not allowed to look at those?
Of course not. It's important personal information.
Even though I've seen documents while I've been through the paperwork?
You never know where a leak could come from nowadays. Even if they're related to us, it's not okay.
I got it. Can I make copies of the files I need?
Only the files you need.
You don't need to worry so much. Why are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. I just don't like people touching my computer. I have good crisis management skills. That's it.
Amy, why don't you pick up your phone? You're at home, aren't you? Hello, mother-in-law. Yes, I'm at home. You finally answered. Why aren't you at the hospital? Because I don't have to go. What do you mean? Your husband was in a car accident. He got into an accident on the way home from a business trip and he was taken straight to the hospital, right? But you don't even come to check on him. Aren't you worried about him? No, I'm not. Seriously? My son regained consciousness just now. Hurry up and come to the hospital. My son is asking for you. What? Did he wake up? That's too bad. Bad guys are so tough.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What do you mean by too bad? I don't care what happens to my husband. I think he deserves it. I'd rather he didn't wake up at all. Don't be so ominous. What a horrible thing to say. I'm still holding back on this one. If I could, I'd like to yell at him for everything he's done. But I won't do that because it'd be a waste of energy. What's wrong with you, Amy? I thought you two were such a lovely couple. You were in a business together, and you supported each other. Why do you say such a thing? Do you have a personal grudge against my son? A grudge? Yes, I do. My husband is like an avenger of my father. An avenger of your father? What's going on? That man has been playing me a fool all year. It wasn't a business trip this time either. What do you mean by not a business trip? For the past few days, I've been collecting evidence of my husband's wrongdoing, so I'm sure I'm not wrong. I was going to show him the evidence and question him when he comes home. I never thought he'd be in a car accident. He's a very unlucky man. Wait, explain it to me. What did my son lie to you about? My father passed away a year ago, right? Yeah? He'd been battling an incurable disease. Yes. What about that? He might have lived longer. But my husband ruined that possibility. What? I've been fooled by him my whole life. I will never forgive my husband.
Hello, Amy. When are you coming to the hospital to see me? Why are you ignoring me? I had an accident. Aren't you worried?
Jason, it's Mom. She probably won't go to the hospital.
Huh? Why are you answering me, Mom?
I'm with Amy now.
Oh, you must be getting impatient with her too. But why isn't she coming? And she doesn't reply to my message.
That's because she realized your betrayal.
Betrayal? What are you talking about?
You're a horrible person. I think it's scary, even as my own child. How could you do such a terrible thing? Maybe I raised you badly.
No, what's with you all of a sudden? I don't get it.
You weren't on a business trip, were you? The truth is, it was an affair trip.
No. What are you talking about? How could I have an affair?
We know everything about what you did. We've got the evidence from your computer.
No way.
Oh, damn you, Amy. Amy said you didn't check the computer. You refused to let her see anything and were acting strange. That's why she thought you were suspicious.
No. I told her not to look at anything unnecessary.
You're the one who should be blamed, right? I'm putting her on the phone now. Apologize. Apologizing isn't enough, but still.
I do feel bad about having an affair. I understand she has the right to be angry at me. But enough to ignore her husband in a car accident? That should go against her conscience.
That's not the only thing you've done, was it?
What?
I can't cover for you. Even if I were in her shoes, I would never forgive you. You should be punished properly.
Mom? What are you talking about?
Hi, it's Amy. Just change the phone.
Amy? What the hell is she talking about?
Before that, I'll tell you about the affair first. We will get a divorce, and I will charge you and your affair partner. I'll send a content certification letter to your affair partner.
Slow down. Wait a minute. I think you're being too hasty with a divorce. She's just someone I play with.
So?
I love you the most. We've been through so much together since we got married. I promise I'll change. Just give me one more chance.
I'm not giving you a chance anymore. You're my father's avenger.
What are you talking about?
I checked all the paperwork for the past 5 years. Didn't you falsify those documents? You diverted sales to your affair partner.
What?
I mean, that's embezzlement. Now we're clear. The reason we didn't have any money wasn't because our business wasn't doing well. It's because you were embezzling money.
I'm sorry about that.
You admit it. If I had the money you contributed to the affair, I could have gotten Dad the treatment he needed. You took Dad's life. I will never forgive you.
Wait a minute. That's a leap too far.
Huh?
To be honest, if he was treated, he may or may not have survived, right? He was fighting the disease for a long time. Sooner or later, your father would have died. He had a short life anyway.
What a terrible thing to say, you stupid son!
Mom again?
You have no compassion. How did you become such a bastard? You're not my son anymore. Don't ever show your face to me again.
Mom!
You're a stranger to me. You bastard.
No, don't be so angry. I need you both to calm down.
I have a message from your mother. If you go back to your parents' house, she says, expect to be beaten up. You don't have a family anymore.
Why is she that mad at me? You and Mom are both too small-minded. It's not my fault that your father died. It was because of his illness.
Even if it was, you took away the one spark of hope I had that he might be cured. That fact doesn't change. Because of you, I will regret it for the rest of my life.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's too late to apologize now. I lost my parent because of you. Now, you're going to lose yours too. That's refreshing.
I think I've had enough punishment. I injured my leg badly in this accident. The doctor told me I might have permanent damage. Isn't that enough?
It's not enough. I'm going to charge you for compensation. And I wonder what will happen to the business when I'm gone. I don't think you can protect it all by yourself. You'll probably lose your job, parents, money, freedom, everything. You'll wish you never woke up.
You're a monster.
Remember, you said, what Dad wants most is for me to be happy. So, I'm going to punish you for that. Your suffering is the first step to my happiness. After that, I made my ex-husband and the affair partner pay money as I declared, and we divorced. He had embezzled money, so I was able to get a lot of money from both of them, and after the divorce, I left the business I was running with him. It seems that he was trying to continue the business alone. The business was originally dependent on me, so soon after I left, he went bankrupt, and my ex-husband has gotten into huge debt. My ex-husband, who was disabled from the accident, couldn't find a job. He went to his parents for help. They didn't help him either, as my mother-in-law declared to him. After all, he never came back to me or his parents. I don't know if he has become a hermit, or if he's no longer in this world. No one knows what happened to him. On the other hand, I started a small business with the compensation money. It's safer and easier for me to do it on my own.